All right, and welcome to another episode of What Bothers Me. And this time it's something that shouldn't bother me. It's something that should not bother me, but it does. And it's people caring. Now, before you tell me, Carlos, but isn't it, the more, if people cared more, wouldn't the world be a better place? Wouldn't the world be a better place? Yes, I agree. I think that it would be a better place, but leave it to humans to fuck that up too. And I first started seeing this kind of at the start of this was like when Donald Trump was in office. I have never seen so many people care about American politics until that dude went into office. Because before, the thought of anybody really caring about who was the Supreme Court nominee was pretty ridiculous. It was pretty exclusive to these toads out there, these toad-looking people who hated themselves and just wanted to be involved in politics and, mostly poli-sci majors. That's who really cared about that shit. They were the ones watching C-SPAN, CNN and Fox News or whatever it is. They were just ingesting politics all day and all out because they were toad people. Also the things you got to question is this the healthiest thing? I mean, it also just seems like the people that care the most probably shouldn't, I mean, if you're watching the news and it's making you want to jump off a ledge, it's probably not the healthiest thing for you to be ingesting all this shit and be preoccupied with it. You probably should, just figure out different ways to, make a difference and make changes that don't involve you wanting to jump off a ledge. Another thing that's become hot is like women's sports, right? Recently, women's swimming, right? And I see a lot of that stuff online, like, oh my gosh, well, so now all of a sudden you care about, women's sports since when? And that's very true. That is totally true. It's kind of like the point that I'm trying to make right now, like where was all this care before? But how much do you really care? Or do you just need to voice your opinion about something? And, I saw this too with the women's soccer team, when they wanted to get paid the same as the men's team, which are, valid arguments that you can have. But I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, oh, why all of a sudden now do you care? And also what have you done for that? Besides, going on a social media tirade and tagging corporations or whatever on, make this better. Are you buying season tickets to, women's soccer? Like, what are you really doing? And that's why a question like, how much do you care really? Or is it that you're just trying to put your opinion out there on something, And that's why I mean, maybe you care, you don't really care that much is because I feel that most people don't. I feel most people could just turn off the television, continue about their lives, and be happy and healthy. Now, I'm also not saying that these issues aren't important, but at some point you do have to ask yourself, what are you really doing? Are you just pissing yourself off? Are you just diving headfirst into depression? All I'm saying is maybe find a better way to care about these things without, making you want to mainline some fentanyl. That's all.